All right. Hi, everyone. Doing great? Oh, fantastic. Okay, cool. Well, I'm going to tell a story about the last time I rented in Minneapolis, and maybe some of you have a similar story. But, okay, so I really want to rent an apartment. I'm on Craigslist. I'm going through tons of junk, tons of spam, some good places, some bad places, a lot of stuff. Send some emails, get no responses, get a few responses, finally schedule a showing. I get up to the place, the landlord comes out. He says, "Hey, it's Tim, right?" I'm like, no, I'm Matt. He's like, "Okay, Mark, come on in. I'll take you back, We get to the door. He looks at me and says, "Okay, I want you to use your imagination with this one." Okay? This place, it's going to look fantastic on move-in day, trust me, right? Okay, so obviously the place does not look fantastic. But the landlord in this interaction, right, he says, "Well, if you want the place, I need security deposit, first month's rent, background check, all sorts of information," right? And I just met the person. I kind of like the place. If I don't take it, there's 6 people outside that'll have it. So I don't have a lot of leeway. I don't know a lot about this person. They get to know a lot about me, and the pressure's really on. Otherwise, I'm back on Craigslist. So, the 3 of us, myself, Matt, and my co-developers, Adam and Mike, kind of looked at this interaction, looked at this unequal power imbalance between the landlord and tenant, and we were like, well, what kind of things can we do to empower tenants in these interactions? What kind of stuff can we do to give people more information before they go and sign what is likely to be your largest expense of the month over to a person that you barely met? So enter rental researcher. And Mike is going to show you what a prospective tenant would do to use the site.
Yes, so I have 4 examples here, which also are very good at showing some of the features of the site. So these are some properties I found on Craigslist. So my first one here, 1929, and we have type ahead here, so I don't have to be good at typing. 2nd Street Northeast. So it looks pretty good on the we have a photo of the property from the outside. It looks pretty nice. And we have a property summary up here. But we have a list of all the 311 calls on this property. And exterior nuisance complaint. I'm not sure if this is a very good property for me. So I'm going to try the second one I found on Craigslist here. 3013 Grand Avenue South. So there are 0 311 calls for this one, so that's a lot better. But the person that owns this also owns several other properties. So I'm going to see what are the other properties that are owned by this landlord. You guys may know this name if you read the Star Tribune. There are 276 complaints against him in the last 5 years. We can see a map of all the properties that he owns, and it's coded by how many complaints there are. So red is 10 plus complaints for that property. So, yeah, that's not very good, huh? So I'm going to try my third property here. I think we can do a little better. All right, so 715 Buchanan. All right, so this one, the person only owns a single property. It's looking pretty good. It looks nice from the outside. But I look on this map, and this neighbor has 10 complaints. So I'm not sure if I want to live in a neighborhood where there's a lot of complaints. So I'm going to try one more property.
What's a 311 call?
So like a 311 call is a call that you can make to the city about all things rental. So let's say there's graffiti, let's say there's a dog next door barking, you can just call this line and they record it and they will do what they need to with it. You guys have anything else to add on that?
Yeah, long story short, it's basically the city line for tenant complaints. Yep.
So I'm going to try one more property here. 14, oh, sorry. Here we go. 1408 Monroe Street Northeast. So I can tell on the map, it looks like all the rentals nearby look really nice. It looks nice on the outside. And the person that owns it only owns a single property, so I think I might follow up with this person. So to talk us through the tech stack and to wrap it up, it's going to be Adam here.
All right, thanks, Mike. So Rental Researcher is built using all open source technology. On the front end, we're using Bootstrap, which makes it very responsive and look good on your phone. On the back end, we're using Node.js. Our data store is a MySQL database, and the platform is hosted on Amazon Web Services. The data we're using comes out of a Minneapolis Open Data Initiative. We've taken that data and transformed it to make an interactive and searchable experience to better explore the rental market in Minneapolis. So like Matt was saying earlier, the power in the tenant-landlord relationship has historically been skewed towards the landlord. They get all that information up front about prospective renters. So with Rental Researcher, we flip that around and give the renter information about that landlord. No longer will renters have to use their imagination. They'll have facts and data to better inform their housing decision. So in conclusion, we hope that you not only use Rental Researcher for your next apartment search in Minneapolis, but that you contact your state and local representatives and ask that they start, continue, or expand open data initiatives. It makes citizens more informed and cities more equitable. Thank you.